It's time for the one that I've been waiting for a year now. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. The remakes of the original Pokemon Diamond and Pearl games. Yeah, it took me a year to delay since I didn't get the game until fall last year. So now, I can finally do a review on the game. I won't say too much of the story since just like any Pokemon games, you're a trainer, picking a starter Pokemon, catching, battling, going through gym leaders, stopping team organizations, entering a league, and fighting the champion. Yeah, I can get that. So when the remakes got announced, I wasn't surprised that Diamond and Pearl were getting a remake. The other Pokemon games did that, which I don't mind remakes much. So what did I think of the game? It's good. Okay, out of all the Pokemon remakes, this one has less standouts compared to the other ones. I can't say this remake is bad. There are some good things in it, and it's actually better than the original Diamond and Pearl games. Let's talk about the good stuff. The art style is the best part in the game. It has a unique art style compared to the other Pokemon remakes. It's not copying the graphics of other games. It's trying to be its own thing. It's presented in a top-down, isometric, third-person perspective, which the past Pokemon games had that view. And I will say the character designs in the top-down have that chibi style, which it is a nitpick, but in the battle portion, they look good from their originals. But other than that, the art style is fantastic, and it doesn't bother me that it's a downgrade. It's looking what the original Diamond and Pearl games did, and this is the only art style Pokemon game on the Switch. Sword and Shield and the Let's Go games never used it before. Next up is the Underground feature. While it was in the original games, they added something that never happened before. They added Pokemon that weren't in the Pokédex in their From Platinum version. Yeah, you can catch Rhyhorn, Swinub, Tangela, and many others. I don't know why it should happen in the original, but that was a nice feature in a remake. The music is still good. It's a retread of the original music, but I do like the update just like any remakes. That's all I gotta say. As among other things like gameplay, catching, and battling, it works really well. I will say walking on snow is actually not bad, which yes, it was slow on molasses walking on them, but in the remake, it wasn't that bad. As far as everything else, it still remains the same as the original games. The WoW encounters, the settings, the characters, and even Pokemon from trainers hasn't changed. Yeah, that's one of the big issues in the remakes, that it hasn't changed from the original games. Even the Sinnoh Pokédex hasn't changed. Which, by the way, the Sinnoh Pokédex is the worst out of any of the Pokédex. So, yeah, as much as I appreciate the remakes over the original, there are some changes, but less. I honestly like them, but I don't love them. It depends what people like in Pokemon remakes. It's still a good game, but it's been there, done that. And I'm gonna sound crazy, but Pokemon Platinum is far better than the remakes and the original games. It has much better stuff in Sinnoh. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl is close to what I got. I will say the final battle with Cynthia was pretty challenging, not gonna lie. I used a different team to balance it out. This is the team I used during my playthrough. Also, I didn't mention this, but Game Freak did not work on these games. It was actually on Ilka, which I'm actually quite impressed. So yeah, I give credit that Game Freak did not work on it. So yeah, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and or Shining Pearl is a nice remake over the original games. If you like the original Diamond and Pearl games, you'll probably like it. If you like the Pokemon games, original or remakes, then you can't leave this one behind. If you're not a fan of Diamond and Pearl, I don't think it'll win you over, but at least you can give it a chance. I know Diamond and Pearl are not my favorite game in the Pokemon game series, but it was one of the games that started very well on the DS at the time. Now, I am going to talk about these games again in a future video. You'll see when the video comes. That is all for the review of the Pokemon games. Legends Arceus review will be next, coming up in June. I will see you all in the next video.